1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4.
Well, you have learned power chords, you've learned the pentatonic scale, you've learned a bunch of different rhythms, and you've learned muting, but there's another building block that you're going to need, and it's called a bar chord. Now, bar chords look fancy, and they're really fun to move around the neck. They're not as hard to play as they look, because on an electric guitar, the strings are very light, and they're not very hard to push down. But I'll show you what a bar chord is. If I play this E chord, and I want to take the same E position, which means my fingers are going to look like an E chord, but I want to move it up the neck until it's an A chord, okay? What I'm going to do first, actually I'm just going to move it up 1 fret so you get the idea of how this works. So it'll be an F chord. I'm going to put my finger right here, my first finger across all the strings. And just very lightly, I'm not trying to push my finger down now at all. But then I need my other 3 fingers to form what looks like an E chord. If I was going to play my E chord like this with my 2nd, 3rd, and 4th fingers, okay, then I'd be all set. I'd move that up 1 fret and put my first finger down. Now I'd push down on all the strings, and it's an F chord.
So let me get this straight, Marcy. It's almost like you're taking the nut where the strings end and moving it up 1 fret.
Exactly.
But you're using your index finger as the nut.
Exactly.
Then you can play the chords that you'd be playing down by the nut, only they come out in a different key.
It's great, isn't it?
What a great concept.
Now, a lot of people think the nut is the person holding the guitar.
Well,
that's not
in
true.
some cases it is.
It is true. That's true. Now take your first finger or your imitation nut and bring it up to the 5th fret. Move it all the way up. If you need to count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, that's okay. Push down and strum all the strings. Now it's an A chord.
So an E position with a bar on the 5th fret is an A chord.
Yeah, if you look at it, if this was a short guitar and the nut was right here, it would look like an E chord.
So these chords can be moved all around the neck just by using a bar
to
move the nut. Wow.
Yeah, and then now it's important to, like, lingo. Musicians' lingo is very important to get down, because if you tell your parents, I'm using a bar, they might not understand what you mean.
That doesn't sound good.
No, that doesn't sound good.
Yeah.
So, yeah, to play my guitar especially, that does not sound good. So now move it up 2 more frets and you've got a B chord. Yeah!
Wow!
So now we can play our E chord, our A, our B, all right, that's power.
That is power. That's rock and roll power.
Now go ahead and practice this as much as you want. You can practice strumming down, down, up, down, up. Or down, 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 down.
Hey, how about if you played down, all down with muting?
Oh, that'd be great, wouldn't it? Let's see.